That's right. Good afternoon. We come to you live from Joplin, Missouri. It is the fifth place matchup coming up here in just a few moments. I'm Frankie Castillo. Glad to have you alongside, whether you're listening to us on the radio or whether you are watching this on Facebook or on YouTube. We are so glad to have you alongside. Lots going on, lots here to talk about. And, of course, coming up today, it is the fifth place matchup between Poplar Bluff and, of course, between the Jays out of Jefferson City. Can we call it fifth place game? The Mules won last night. We're 1-0 in the tournament. We could not play this past Thursday because of the snow, and it just was not able to make the trip over here. So with that being said, we are playing for fifth place. We're very excited that we're able to come over here to Joplin and at least get to be able to play either way. Last night, the Mules, I thought, had one of their better games of this season so far. And, of course, the Mules were able to do a lot of damage here early in the game against Carl Junction. And, of course, for Poplar Bluff, the Mules able to get off to an impressive win, getting their 9th win of the year last night as they were able to take on Carl Junction, get the win, having really no problem, 69-40. Poplar Bluff, they led wire to wire yesterday. You look at the overall shooting ability yesterday by Poplar Bluff, 43% overall yesterday. They were 27 out of 63 at 43%. I thought free throw-wise, they really did very well overall yesterday on the free throw line. They were 11 out of 17 overall. And from behind the three-point arc, they were also 4 out of 14 overall. But it was their excessive rebounding yesterday that really took over. The Mules only had 9 turnovers yesterday. Let's talk about rebounding. Defensive rebounds yesterday. The Mules had 28 offensive rebounds. They were able to capture 16 offensive rebounds. Mules having 14 assists, 10 steals. They also had 2 block shots to go along with their scoring yesterday. Looking at Carl Junction, what the Mules defense were able to do yesterday, they only shot the ball 30% against Poplar Bluff. They were only able to knock down 8 out of 17 free throws. However, the Mules defense forcing 16 turnovers over Carl Junction and only allowed them to have 8 offensive rebounds for the entire ball game. And, of course, Carl Junction only with 3 assists yesterday during the game. So that right there in itself was a big mark for Poplar Bluff, is being able to eliminate Carl Junction, getting in rhythm, sharing the basketball, and, of course, for the Mules, picking up their 9th win of the year. And, of course, this is a very good tournament. And, of course, the Mules are gearing up for a really good matchup coming up today. It'll be evenly matched up. You look at Jefferson City, they're coming in. They are 6-6 so far this year, and they are not afraid to score it up. And, of course, you're looking at their roster overall. Coming out here out of the gate, they're going to have a 6'3" guard. He is going to be somebody to watch out for. And then down low, a 6'4" senior, Parker Gorley. Got to watch out for him as well. He is going to be able to, if he gets out, he'll be able to out-rebound you. And, of course, he is not afraid to get inside the paint and knock down the shots inside the paint. That is something that we're going to be watching out here today as we get ready to bring you exclusive coverage of Poplar Bluff Mules basketball. We're about 4 hours away from Poplar Bluff. We are watching the 7th place game right now between Nevada and Carl Junction. Right now, it was Nevada. They had a big lead, but right now, you look at Carl Junction, they were able to come from 7 down a moment ago. It was 50-43. Right now, it is a 52 tie. And, of course, we are coming down to the wire, coming up on the 2-minute mark here in the 4th quarter. And that's, if you're a Mules fan or if you've traveled with the team, you don't want to see this. You don't want to see free basketball coming up as the Mules are about 4 hours away. So hopefully one of these two teams are going to be able to get a shot off before time expires. Right now, Nevada has the basketball right now. with about 1:37 left to play in this matchup. So hopefully we're going to get a win here coming up. And then, of course, it'll be to Mules basketball. There you go, right on cue with Nevada. Evan Ray, rather, puts up a big shot, and now it's a 2-point lead. But coming back the other way, Carl Junction, I know they are struggling so far this year, but Carl Junction, after seeing them last night, they are not afraid to bang down low and get the loose ball rebounds, as we just saw on another offensive rebound. I know in the first half yesterday, Carl Junction actually was able to get more offensive rebounds than Poplar Bluff, but then in that second half, that's when the Mules were able to kind of take over and do a lot more damage when it comes to the offensive rebound statistics, as the Mules were able to get 16 offensive rebounds against a very good Carl Junction team. Even though they are struggling, they are still able to knock down baskets. And of course, you look at these two teams, Carl Junction coming in, they have got 3 wins all year. Nevada only has 1 win so far this year, so somebody is going to get 7th place in this tournament. And of course, right now, Nevada, a 1-win team. They lead by 2 points. It is 54-52. We talked about this yesterday for a brief moment. This gym is so impressive. Tim has the wide angle out right now. We are on the second level. If you look up in the middle of your screen, if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, we were all the way. You see the 3 tables there in the middle of the screen on the upper level. That's where we were yesterday. But because right behind us is these big windows, and you're able to see outdoors, and it is a lot brighter on this side, and we did not want the camera to be kind of obscured because of the lighting here in this gym. So we decided to go ahead and move across town, set up on this side of the gym, and so far we have been very happy with our camera angles and, of course, the lighting in this gym. So, of course, we are ready to go, obviously. Tim doing a great job behind the camera. Under 47 seconds now. Nevada is going to drive it inside, maybe back it out. They don't have to actually. There's a big steal, and now here comes Kai Warren going up, and he misses a wide open shot. But wouldn't you know it, 34 seconds to go. Carl Junction able to come right back and tie this ball game with 27 seconds. Are we going to see a game-winning shot? Are we going to see overtime? Who knows? Anything could happen. We're in Joplin, and Nevada is unable to, what do we have, a jump ball or a foul? Jump ball with about 13 seconds left. Nevada is going to get one more opportunity. So are we going to see some free basketball, Tim? That's the question right now. We're 4 hours away. It wouldn't surprise me if we wind up. Why not? Every time we go somewhere, we wind up being the last game anyway. We assumed that we were going. Now we get a timeout here by Nevada. It'll be a full timeout with only 13 seconds left. Each team, by the way, they've got 7 personal fouls. So we will see coming up if Nevada is able to pull off a big shot to win the ball game. They were up by 7 points with only about 3 minutes to go. Right before we hopped on the air, they actually were down by 7 points, and right now they have been able to storm all the way back. And, of course, now they trail, or they lead, or I should say it's a tie ball game. Nevada did lead a moment ago, but after Kai Warren missed a wide-open layup, his team, Jet Hoark, was able to come away and get the offensive rebound, come up and score it for 2. So there you go. That's where we are right now. Going back to yesterday's game, looking at the scoring overall yesterday for Poplar Bluff, and I thought Torrance Williams had one of his better games so far this year, 15 points. He was in second when it come to scoring yesterday, but he had a double-double, 15 points, 3 assists, 12 rebounds. 7 of those rebounds, by the way, offensive rebounds. Darian Webb had an impressive game, 18 points also, 1 rebound, 2 assists. And then looking at some of the other players yesterday, Darius Graham off the bench, 9 big points. He had 1 assist, 4 rebounds. Gavin Rivers, Fentress Williams, had 8 points, 4 rebounds. Gavin Gavin Rivers had 6 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist. Gage Rivers, it wasn't the scoring. We'll let you watch the remainder of this Nevada game with about 13 seconds left. Now the officials get together. While they do that, Gage Rivers not only had 5 points, but he also had 4 big rebounds and 6 assists last night. And I thought in an impressive ball game by him. Now we'll get to live action here with 13 seconds left. Nevada, they inbound it, and the ball goes off the backboard. It's no good with about 8 seconds left, and Nevada is going to get one more chance. Wide open underneath the basket, could not get the ball to go in the hoop. Jack Cheney was wide open, had a wide open shot, and just could not finish at the rim. So with that being said, now we are down to 6.2 seconds. Nevada using a timeout, possession arrow, by the way. It favors Carl Junction. So one of these two teams is going to get a win. It just depends on which one wants it more. So we will see what happens here from this contest. Going to go to our social media page. Tom Cash is tuning in. He is all the way from Kansas City. He is a former Mule from the class of 1972. Good luck and go Poplar Bluff. Our good friend Tom Cash tuning in KC today. How was the weather up in Kansas City? I know where we are, it is a muggy. Bring out the flip-flops. 47 degrees here in Joplin, on our way to about 49. A lot warmer than yesterday, I know that. A lot of folks have been telling us on our way home coming up today, we are going to be seeing rainfall. I know there was a winter weather advisory for some parts of southeast Missouri earlier today. Hopefully, by the time that we're rolling through, that will all change to rain. We can deal with that. It is just the ice that we don't want to see. Those that are tuning in on YouTube and Facebook, let us know where you're watching from coming up today. We'll get to live action here as soon as this game comes to an end. 4 seconds now. Cheney, boy, I got a feeling we're going to go to overtime. We're going to overtime. 54 all. It just wouldn't be Poplar Bluff basketball if we didn't have to play late. It just would not be Bluff basketball. So now we get a fresh 4 minutes on the scoreboard. Each team with 7 fouls in the game, and we're going to sit here just a little bit longer. So while we're doing that, we'll have some fun here on social media. Tom Cash says 40 degrees in Kansas City, so not bad up there. At least, have you guys had any snow recently, Tom? Any ice or snow recently? We had some on Thursday, about a half inch or so. But it was pretty much gone by the afternoon. Move over to our YouTube channel. Several tuning in on our YouTube channel as well. Let us know where you're watching from. Drop us a line on YouTube as well. Also on Facebook. And by the way, our next contest coming up for Poplar Bluff is going to come up on January 18th. And that's when the Mules are going to be at home. We'll take on the Jackson Indians. That game against Jackson is going to be a significant ball game. You look at our overall districts coming up, and for the Mules, we're same district, Class 6, District 1, but we've got some newer teams that's going to be in the district coming up. We're going to be dealing with Lindbergh and also Salud this year, so for the last several years, it has always been Bluff and Jackson. This year, that may not be the case. We'll wait and see what happens. This score is all tied up at 54 apiece as we get ready for the overtime period. So we are going to be going a little bit late today. We kind of had a feeling that would be the case. After all, Carl Junction was down by 7 points. They come back and tied it up, and then they led a little bit. But then Nevada was able to come back and retie the ball game. So that's where we are right now. It is the 7th place game, and coming up next, it'll be the 5th place game between Poplar Bluff and Jefferson City. The Mules team is ready to go. We've seen them out here. Coach David Prater will be the interim head coach here today, obviously. Yesterday getting a big win as Nevada now scoring 2 points. So let's see here. Tom says the snow earlier this week, it's all melted now. Well, that's some good news. Hopefully hopefully no more snow for the area. Larry Sarda, I hope I said that name right, says, good luck, Mules. Glad to have you alongside on YouTube. Let us know on YouTube or Facebook. Drop us a line. Drop us a message on YouTube and let us know who you're rooting for. So much basketball, by the way, is going on today in Southeast Missouri. I know this game is going on in Joplin. Somebody told me there was a lot of basketball going on up in Van Buren today. I'm assuming those games are still going on. I know we've had some light icing in some areas, but I think up there in Van Buren it's pretty much been all rain or maybe just no rain at all. So it's a 2-point game right now. Nevada up by 2 points with about 2:48 left to go, as you can see there on your screen. Takes us about 4 hours to get out of here and get home. So once this game is over, Tim and I have already decided, we've made a pact. I think we did anyway. I hope I'm not speaking out of turn. We made a pact that we're going to do everything we need to do here. Carl Junction, big three-point basket. They're up by 1 now. When this game is over, we are going to make no stops. We are committed. We've got gas in the vehicle. We're going to go all 4 hours, and we're not going to stop until we get to Poplar Bluff. That'll be the plan anyway, as Carl Junction goes for a steal, and we're going to get a foul coming up on Nevada. I believe that was on Evan Ray. It is going to be Evan Ray. That'll be his his fourth personal foul, and we're going to walk the length of the floor right now, and we'll do a 1-and-1 as Carl Junction. They are trying to get their 4th win of the season. I know Coach Will Durden's going to be tuning in this afternoon to watch his Mules take on the Jefferson City Jays. He was very impressed last night with the Mules' victory. Loved the camera being able to stream, I should say. And we get a lane violation, so it's going to go right back to Nevada, down by 1 with only 2:20 left to play here in the 7th place game. So now looking at Nevada. Nevada's down by 1. There's the running floater, and it's up and good by Cade Bashore. And now we get a whistle, travel called at 58-57, other than we're 4 hours away. This has been a pretty good ball game, believe it or not. Very evenly matched. So, Preston Moore tuning in on YouTube. Glad to have you alongside Preston. Lee Wallace is tuning in. Like to see Lee Wallace on Facebook. Shout out from Evansville, Indiana. How is the weather over in Indiana, my friend? Something tells me it's about as cold over there as it is in Southeast Missouri. Under 2 minutes now. 1-point lead by Nevada. Nevada just trying to run out the clock. They know they're not going to be able to hold the ball for 2 minutes. They may take a 3-point shot. They will. Drains a 3-point basket. That's big. Leo Gaiman, a big 3-pointer, gives them a little bit of a cushion, up to 4 points now with about 1:20 left. Remember, Nevada only with 1 win on the year right now. They are trying to get their 2nd win of this season. And you look at Carl Junction, they've got 3 wins so far this year. They are trying to get their 4th win. So we'll see. Right now, Nevada, they've got just a little bit, a very small cushion. They've got a 4-point lead. So we'll see. Right now, Carl Junction, though, is on the free throw line. Kaysen King is tuning in, a big baseball player for the Mules, great football player also this past season for the Mules. He says, go Mules, and hopefully not a second overtime. I am with you 100%, Kaysen. We are ready for Mules basketball so we can pack up and get back to Bluff. Kaysen, tell me how the baseball team is going to be this year. Now that we're done with football season, we're in between seasons for you, my friend. I know you're gearing up for a great baseball season. Coach Steve Edwards showed me the new ball caps you guys have. I guess you guys are getting some newer uniforms also. That's going to be pretty cool to see. Our first baseball game is coming up in March. Looking forward to that as well. 61-59. Kyler Perry, saw him last night. Wears number 1, picks up his 3rd foul. It'll put Nevada on the free throw line now. So the Mules here, there's a big shot, gives them a 3-point lead. 28 degrees over there in Evansville, Indiana from Mr. Wallace. So it is a little bit colder over there than in southeast Missouri. Kind of thought that might be the case. Lee, I appreciate you tuning in, buddy, but you can keep that cold weather over there in Evansville, Indiana. 2-point game again. Boy, neither one of these teams want to give up. Neither one of these teams want to go home, it looks like. So right now we are in the first overtime. I know Kaysen King says no second overtime. 50 seconds left. They will put 15 minutes on the scoreboard at Jefferson City. They're going to be the home team today. You know, we were talking to Kent Keith earlier in the day, and if everything holds together, I don't want to go on the record and say it's going to happen, but it looks like next year, Poplar Bluff may be coming over here next year for a second tournament. We may be able to come back over here, and hopefully Mother Nature will cooperate, and we'll be able to play all 3 games. Kaysen King looking forward to some big things this year in baseball. That's some good news. Glad to hear that, Kaysen. We're going to have a lot of fun this year in baseball. Last year was our first season we were able to do start to finish. This will be our second season, and we've made some improvements on our end. I know last year a couple of times we had some issues on a doubleheader. That's all been worked out now. We've got those portable battery packs this year. So if we do have a doubleheader, we're still going to be okay. These battery packs last about 4 to 6 hours. We got 2 of them, so we're going to be in good shape this year. So now about 47 seconds here to go in the ball game. It's a 2-point game. Nevada looking to get their second win on the year. And we'll let you know what happens here. Tim is taking some time off. He's getting ready for the Mules game. We got that Y shot going on. If we go to it, oh, there's a foul. There's a foul by Jeff Hoark, and not what he wanted, and that'll be team foul number 9 coming up, so it's going to be a 1-and-1. Nah, I'm messing with you, Tim. It's not a big deal. If we go to a second overtime, we might decide to actually do play-by-play in the second overtime. Hopefully that is not what happens here as Nevada misses a 1-and-1. 30 seconds now. Kaysen King says no double overtime. Carl Junction really can't afford to waste a whole lot of time in case they miss. And wouldn't you know it, they bank it in. 17 seconds. We are tied again. Neither team wants to give up. 10 seconds. They want to hold the ball for one shot. They don't need a 3. They dump it off inside. Bang! At the buzzer almost. Woo! I bet Kaysen King right now is saying a prayer. Nevada with 1.9 seconds left. Kai Warren picking up his 4th. And that might be enough right there to get a win. Maybe just a little bit. You never want to say never. Free throw is up and good. Nevada leads by 4, and we're going to get a timeout here. Why not? 1.9 seconds is left to go. A little Mules basketball trivia. All right, Tom, give it to me. In 1972, players were not allowed to dunk, plus there were no three-point shots. Nice. I like that, Tom. In 1972, players couldn't dunk and no three-point shots back at that time. I know yesterday we were doing the game, and I know John Scott made some comments about wanting to see more dunks by our team. I talked to Coach Durden yesterday after the game, and he was happy with not seeing so many dunks yesterday. He was just happy the Mules got the win. Thank you for the trivia, Tom. Love having you alongside. Love being so interactive on our Facebook and our YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed to our YouTube, make sure and do that. It's at youtube.com/River Radio PB. A lot easier than me to say what we had to say back when we first got the YouTube channel going. So remember, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and you'll be able to see all of our videos that we've posted, all of our football ball games, and now so far the basketball season. We'll do some baseball coming up as well. So 1.9 is on the clock. We will see if Nevada, or make that Carl Junction, is going to send this to another overtime, or if we're going to be able to get to Mules basketball. We're about 15 minutes behind already. Not bad. Maybe the Mules can come out and win by 30 and we'll be all right. I know Coach Jordan says probably not going to happen. I'm just saying it could happen, though. All right, so Nevada is going to have to press. They've got two in the front court here. They've got to go the length of the floor. It's a three-point game. There's the baseball pass, and they throw it away. It's going to belong to Nevada. So not the shot Carl Junction wanted. Nevada is only about 2 seconds away from getting their second win of this season. So right now a tip-off time looks to be coming up at about 47 after the hour. And they get the ball in, and this game comes to an end. Nevada getting their second win of this season. Congratulations to Nevada Tigers on their second win. They will take 7th place in this tournament. So now we're seeing Jefferson City coming out. And we will see what Jefferson City here is going to be able to do. Kevion Pendleton, that guy changes jerseys so much. Today he is going to be number 55. Yesterday he was 24. Today he'll be 25. So we don't know a whole lot about Jefferson City other than they are 6-6, and they pose a better matchup for Poplar Bluff coming up than what we saw yesterday, which means it should be a good matchup coming up. We'll take a quick timeout on the radio side of things. We'll come right back. Tip-off is coming your way in about 14 minutes. We've got the official lineups on the way as well. It is the Mules and the Jays coming up. This is the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Want a career and not just another job? It's waiting for you at Briggs & Stratton. Great pay, great benefits, and continuing education. Everything you and your family deserve. Go to careers.basco.com and look at Poplar Bluff job openings.
right, so we are back now, and under 12 minutes until we tip off this basketball game between Poplar Bluff and the Jays out of Jefferson City. Let's go ahead now and take a look at our starting lineups, and let's begin with the Jays out of Jefferson City. They are going to be the home team on the scoreboard, wearing their white jerseys with the red trim, the red numbering. The Jays are coming in being coached by Josh Buffington. His assistants are Darius Brondel, Kyle Lashley, and Patrick Center, coming in at 6-6 overall so far this season. You look at some of the games that they have faced, or some of the teams rather they have faced so far this season. They have got wins against Smith Cotton, also Lutheran North, Warrensburg, and let's see here, Ewing, Marion, Kaufman. They've got losses this year against Rockbridge, also against William Chrisman, which, by the way, they are also in this tournament. They've also got losses against Union and Ozark. Here are the starting five on who we believe are going to be the starting five here today. And let's start with the Jays. We believe a 5'10 junior forward, number 3, Steven Samuels, is going to get the start here today. A 6'4 senior forward, number 13, Parker Gorley. A 5'10 freshman guard, number 22, Xavier Wilson. A 6'3 freshman guard, number 23, Jordan Martin. And a 5'9 senior guard, number 55, Kevion Pendleton, we believe are going to be the starting five here today for the Jays out of Jefferson City. And now let's talk about the Poplar Bluff Mules and our starting lineups. It's all being brought to you by our good friends at First Midwest Bank. And the Mules are coming in, the away team overall. They are there wearing their maroon jerseys with the white trim, the white numbering. They're being coached today by David Prater, as Will Durden could not make the trip. We wish him a speedy recovery, by the way, and look forward to seeing him back with the team very soon. Coach Durden, he is in his 10th season as the head basketball coach after yesterday's win. We gave him the win yesterday, obviously. He's got a record of 149-94, a winning percentage of .612. The assistant coaches are Aaron Duncan, David Prater, Joe McDuffie. It all starts off, let's talk about the first off the bench. And Darius Graham, a 6-foot sophomore guard at number 10, a 6'5 sophomore forward in Torrance Williams. And then a 6-foot senior guard at number 12, Cannon Carr. Those are the first off the bench for the starting lineups here today. Number 1, Darian Webb, a 5'8 senior guard. Webb had a great ball game yesterday, 18 points coming in. He is averaging just under 16 points a ball game. Number 3, Gavin Rivers, a 6'4 junior guard. Number 4, Fentress Williams, a 6'5 senior forward. Number 5, Gage Rivers, a 6' senior guard. And number 11, Nick Brummett, he is a 6'2 senior forward. Those are the starting lineups and the first off the bench for the Poplar Bluff Mules here tonight, or this afternoon rather, as we take on the Jays out of Jefferson City. And, of course, here this afternoon, the Mules looking forward to getting their 10th win. I've got to go back and see the last time our Mules started a season 10-3. I know it's been recently, but our Mules team this year, very, very good. Going to go over to our social media pages here. Marion Tibbs says, let's go Mules. Appreciate you, Marion. Did a great job for Butler County when you were in office, my friend. Jerry Moore is tuning in on Facebook. Serena Jones, very hard-working lady for Poplar Bluff. She is the administrative secretary to Coach Kent Keith. Anytime I've ever needed anything from the athletic department, I just call up Serena, and she's always there. Glad to have her alongside. She was there last night in Neelyville, and we watched our JV team taking on a varsity team, I might add, and they were able to get a big win over Neelyville. Congratulations to Coach Aaron Duncan. If I'm not mistaken, I think our JV team has only played 3 games this year so far, and they were able to win a varsity game. So congrats to Coach Aaron Duncan. He is watching us right now on our YouTube channel as well. We appreciate him. So we're going to have a great afternoon of high school basketball. We're just thankful that we didn't have a double overtime. Those of you who don't know Tim, I'm one of the nicest guys you're ever going to meet, but Tim, we're in the car more than 3 hours. He gets a little bit feisty, a little bit cranky sometimes. So we're just glad that this game ended a little bit early. Not too early, but we'll take it. We'll take a quick timeout. We're going to come back with our starting lineups. And, of course, we'll put 8 minutes up on the scoreboard, and we are counting it down. Tip-off is on the way. You've got Poplar Bluff. You've got the Jays out of Jefferson City. It's all coming up in just a few moments. You're listening to Mules Basketball. By the way, real quick, Aaron Duncan, record is 3-1, so the JV team is 3-1. I know Coach Will Durden's watching us right now, so I'm going to call him out right now. Coach Durden, before we have tip-off, text me your keys to victory, your 3 keys to victory, Coach Durden, and we'll mention that coming up on the air in just a moment. Tip-off is on the way next. You're listening to Mules Basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Breathe easier and extend the life of your HVAC system, plus fewer repair bills with Air Solutions Comprehensive Maintenance Plan. You'll save money and get the peace of mind that only comes from calling Air Solutions, 785-1500. First Choice Insurance. Let their family protect your family. They provide insurance for home, auto, life, health, farm, and recreational vehicles. Call today for a free quote, 573-686-2870. First Choice Insurance. Our family protecting your family.
We are back here live at Joplin High School, about 4 hours away from Poplar Bluff. I'm Frankie Castile, and finally gracing us with his presence, John Scott. Where you been?
Well, I just had to get out of jail, Frankie, and I had to get up there. They moved you guys over the other side.
No, that was our doing.
You did, yeah.
Because if you look behind us, we got the windows behind us, and that glare was going to be killer on the camera today.
Look at that. There's professional business right there.
So we wanted to make sure that we brought a crisp, clean version to everybody today, which since you're here, big announcement. I'm going to head off back to Bluff. Good luck to you. Just pack the equipment up. We'll see you in 4 hours.
No problem.
Tim needs a ride home, by the way.
Give me some of that green drink. We'll see.
Hey, I got some of this. I tell you, I still, I talked to Coach Durden yesterday, by the way. He did inform me that. I asked him, I said, let me ask you. Matter of fact, he's texting me right now with his keys to victory, brought to you by Air Solutions. He says, quote, filling the driving lanes, stopping dribble penetration, and defense, rebounding. He thinks today will get the job done. I would agree with him.
Absolutely. That sounds right to me.
I told him after last night's win, I've got all the green detox drinks he can handle, and he told me I'll pass for now.
Save that for a bad
So
day.
I at least offered. I did ask him. I said, let me ask you a question. Do I give the win to Coach Prater? Do I give the win to Coach Durden? He was gracious. He says, I'll take the win.
Seems fair. Seems right.
It seems about. I told Coach Prater, I said, why don't you wear a lapel mic today for me? That way, if you ever want to get something off your chest, you point at me, I'll go right down there to you. He said, probably not.
That's actually a good idea. You should mic up some of these guys.
I've been asking Coach Durden for years, but he's not quite there yet. You may need to talk to him
we
for me.
might need a 7-second delay on
maybe a little bit more than 7 seconds. Ron Withrow tuning in. He says, go Mules, a crisp 35 degrees back in Bluff. Nelda says, let's go Mules. Love to have everybody on. I tell you what, I'm so impressed with our YouTube channel and Facebook. I know we talk about it all the time, but being able to video these away games like this 4 hours away, man, it's just a great time to do it, and I wish I was at home watching it on the big screen too.
It really is, Frankie. You know something? I always like to learn something. So I looked up Joplin to kind of see. Last time I've been over here was
1992.
It was about it was way before that. Actually, it was probably about 79.
Oh wow!
We used to go watch the Raiders play in Hutchinson, Kansas for the national tournament, and we'd come through Joplin. Well, anyway, looked it up. Would you know that Joplin is the 13th largest city in Missouri? But the metropolitan area, which is the tri-state area over here, is actually the 5th largest metropolitan area in Missouri.
Wow.
And so, actually, Joplin started out. It used to be the world's largest lead and zinc mine. No kidding, back in the 1800s.
Nice.
So,
I like that.
Anyway, that's still named after a preacher. Actually, it's named after a creek that was named after a preacher, Harris Joplin. So anyway, I always like to learn something. It's fun to go to these different cities and kind of figure out the history of it.
Speaking of history, I've got a friend of mine, Tom Cash out of Kansas City, tuning in. By the way, he does tell me that in his graduating class was one of the best, 1972. I'm just going to go on the record. We see Darian Webb getting introduced. He tells me that back in 1972, they did not have the alternate possession arrow. Did you know that when we had a jump ball back in those days, we actually jumped like an opening tip?
Yes.
So it was always fun to see matchups, he says, like a 5'8" guy jumping against a 6'6" guy.
Yes, and if the tie-up was down on one end or the other, it would be at the free throw line.
Yeah.
That's where they did the jump. I can remember we did that for my grade school age, maybe part of junior high before they switched it. I was born in 72, so I can't knock on 72.
Can't knock on 72. Ricky Taylor's watching us from Texas here today. Glad to have you alongside. Adrian Webb, remember that name. He is tuning in. Let's go, Darian Webb. I always loved watching Adrian play ball. He was phenomenal for Poplar Bluff.
Very intense, really a good player, and, man, he never let down, not for a second.
Not even for a moment. Kevion Pendleton getting the first introduction here today. There's Xavier Wilson now, number 22.
Number 3,
Steven Samuels now coming up. I like the matchups here today by Jefferson City, Poplar Bluff. I like them. And we've got number 23, Jordan Martin. The center, number 13, Parker Gorley. Got to watch him. Look at this guy. Got him listed at 6'4", John. I'm thinking maybe 6'5", 6'6".
He seems a little bigger. I was trying to watch those guys in warm-ups, and the numbers on their warm-ups didn't seem to match the program.
No, they don't match. they really don't match. I could have told you that.
I want to keep you guessing, I guess.
We had that problem yesterday when we got here. If you look at Fentress Williams, he'll get the jump here against Gorley, and I think Gorley's a little bit taller than Fentress Williams.
Yeah, I believe so.
So here we go. We are underway now. It'll be controlled by the Poplar Bluff Mules. So here we go. Gavin Rivers, quick pull-up jumper, no good, but offensive quick rebound is no good. I thought that was going to go in.
Looked nice right till it didn't.
It really did.
Sure.
Samuel Stevens coming up with the rebound. We talked about the rebounding being a big issue. Coach Will Durden gave us our keys to victory. Brought to you by our good friends at Air Solutions in Poplar Bluff. Gorley now inside the paint, outside to Pendleton. Oh, boy, big three-point shot. Pendleton with a big three-pointer.
Don't like to see that. He looks like a football player. He's shooting threes.
Oh, we've got some folks from Jefferson City tuning in on YouTube. Miss Pendleton's tuning in, and as we saw, I'm assuming that's her son. Yes, it is her son. Just hit a big shot a moment ago, and now Samuel Stevens, a big three-pointer.
Well, that was a nice three.
It was, no doubt about it. On the other end, the Mules could not get the ball to fall. Williams not off to the best start, but thankfully we're going to get a quick turnover here. And it'll belong to the Poplar Bluff Mules, and we're going to see a few subs coming in now. We're going to see Brummett taking a seat, and Torrance Williams is going to come in the ball game. Also taking a seat, Gavin Rivers. Nope, Gavin Rivers stays in. He was just inbounding. My apologies.
Now, Coach going to run with a bigger lineup right now. Two big guys.
You know, I said last night, the ball hit the out-of-bounds line. So a turnover there by Fentress Williams. And we're glad to see Kevion's mom on with us here on Jefferson City on YouTube. But we don't care who's watching. We want to see everybody tune in.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And we're going to give props to no matter who scores. T. Marlowe is on YouTube and says, go Darian Webb. Mules down at 5-0, and we get a travel. So an unforced turnover there. Mules defense stepping up a little bit. You know, yesterday, Torrance Williams had 15 points, 12 rebounds. Of the 12 rebounds, 7 were offensive rebounds. If the Mules are going to beat Jefferson City today, that to me is going to be very key.
Absolutely. We need to get the defensive rebounds as well. We don't need Jeff City getting second chance.
There you go. Look at the nice lob pass by Darian Webb at Fentress Williams. Quick two-pointer. Pendleton for three. This one is off the mark. It's no good. Big rebound by Fentress Williams. Torrance now goes inside the paint, picking up where he left off yesterday.
Nice shot.
Nice jumper inside the paint, about 12 feet away. And now the Mules have cut it down to a one-point game. It's 5-4 here in the first. Stevens now looking outside to Pendleton. He's got a nice shot. You know, I wonder if Pendleton plays football. There's a good steal by Gavin Rivers. I bet his mom will let us know. Does he play football? It would not surprise me if he does. He is built like a football player.
He is, and he's got really quick hands, which is interesting.
He does.
And he handles the ball very well. Absolutely.
5:35 to play here in the first quarter. You driving straight back after this ball game? You're going to go out on the town tonight, being a Saturday night?
I think I've worn out my welcome, Frankie.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Well, you told me that, you know, in the last game, the game-winning shot for Nevada was one of your old college roommates.
Yes, one of my old college roommates from undergrad, his son, and I hadn't talked to that guy since about 95.
Wow.
It wasn't hard to see, though. They all look the same, just a little old and haggard.
Good job by Gage Rivers as he drives inside and hands off to Torrance Williams. We're going to get a whistle and a foul coming up here on the Jays.
I was glad he hit that last second shot because I didn't really want to sit through another overtime before our game.
I tell you what, it's second personal foul there on Xavier Wilson, so he will take a seat. And we're going to get a 5-second call. Or was that a timeout first?
I think it was a timeout.
Timeout first is called by the Mules, so let's step away. A quick 30-second timeout. Our timeouts here are all being brought to you by our good friends at Larry Hillis Dodge. The Mules right now, they trail by a score of 5-4. We'll be back. You're listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
This is where it's done. The training, the work, the commitment, the sacrifice. So when these athletes hit the court, they are ready. Mules get it done.
So here we go on the inbound. Gage Rivers. Oh, Fentress Williams is going to be called for the travel. It would have been just an amazing move by Fentress Williams if he was able to break free. Judah Harris checking in on the other side here. Good job by Fentress Williams. Pendleton thought about taking a three-pointer. Now Samuels now near the elbow, backs it outside. And now here we go. They're going to drive inside. Good job. Quick hands by Gavin Rivers. Martin turns it over. And here comes the Mules. Gage Rivers going to go coast to coast. What a move.
Nice to see Gage get in the action early.
I like to see Gavin Rivers with the quick hands with the steal and the finish on the other end by Gage Rivers. We get a 30-second timeout here by the Jays. And the Mules right now shooting 3 out of 6 to begin the ball game at 50%. You look at what the Jays are doing right now. They're shooting pretty well. They're 2 out of 3 so far, but they've got 4 turnovers here early on. The Mules, they've got 3. Mules now lead by 1.
We've stepped up our defense there after the first couple of minutes, and offensively we weren't doing very much. Now we're getting going a little bit. I feel like we can run with this team, and our defense can stifle them. They seem a little bit frustrated on the offensive, and Jeff City does.
I agree. 6-5 is the score right now. The Mules here, they lead by 1. It was a 5-0 game, but now Poplar Bluff settling down, nearly had another steal. Pendleton for 3. This one in and out, no good. Rebound comes away by one of the smallest guys on the court, Darian Webb. What a move inside. Gage Rivers to Gavin. Another assist. And now we get a whistle here. And what do we have here?
Maybe a kind of warning, maybe on, I don't know. That's
well, they
weird.
put a finger up like it was on Darian Webb, but it may have been a warning. I didn't see it, but nevertheless, Mules lead at 8-5. Good job by Poplar Bluff. Stevens nearly turned it back over again, or make that Samuels rather. So Samuels takes a 3. This one is no good. Rebounded by Fentress Williams. He is at the right place at the right time. Coach Durden's called it. Darian Webb, he's going to go coast to coast. It's no good. Rebounded by Martin. Coach Durden did say rebounding was going to be ideal. So far, he has been spot on the money. Big three-pointer by Harris is no good. There's the big man, Gorley, and a foul going to be called, I believe, on Fentress Williams, and that'll be his first.
They'll always call that foul. It probably was. It's not a bad foul. It's either going to be a layup or shoot some free throws. But right now, Jeff City's not working the ball around very much. They're just coming down, taking a shot. So we keep getting the boards and go back quick and transition. We should be all right.
I absolutely agree. Mules are doing a great job. Yes, Pendleton's mother says he does play football. You called that one.
I wouldn't want to line up against him.
No, I would. I agree with you on that 100%. Martin going to take a seat here. Also taking a seat is Pendleton. Something tells me those guys are going to be in very soon. Trip Masson and Landon Vance are going to check back in. Second free throw coming up, and it is good by Gorley. It is now an 8-7 game right now. Mules trail or make that Mules lead by 1. So now the Mules here quickly. Fentress Williams. Little bit out of step there, but another offensive rebound is no good by Torrance Williams. Rebounded that time by Gorley. Mules missing on 2 shots. 3-point basket in and out by Trip Masson. Rebounded by Fentress Williams. So now the Mules ball is on the floor, going to be taken away there by Pendleton.
Well, Coach Durden won't like that, though. Somebody should have got on the floor right there.
Yep, I would agree 1,000%. So now the Mules quickly, as Fentress is playing some really good defense here. Gavin Rivers is going to be called for a foul. That's going to be his first personal foul. And we're going to see at the free throw line, Landon Vance. He'll take 2 free throws here.
And for the Mules, number 2, Darius Graham, and number 11.
So Darius Graham is going to come in the ball game. Also coming into the ball game is Nick Brummett. Fentress Williams is going to take a seat, as will Gage Rivers. So Landon Vance misses the first free throw, misses both of them. But the Mules get out rebounded that time. And now there's a steal by the Mules, and look at that.
Man, Gavin, when he gets going, he's so fast.
When he gets going, he's hard to stop. It's 10-7 now is the current score. Mules lead by 3. It is their biggest lead of the ball game. So now on the other end, the Mules 2-3 zone right now. Boy, Darian Webb a moment ago just did a great job, I thought, on the steal. Made that transition happen. It's 10-7 the score. We get a whistle and a foul here by Torrance Williams, and that'll be his first team foul number 3. And we're going to put Kevion Pendleton now on the free throw line. And Pendleton missing a free throw as well.
Good effort by him to draw that foul. He got down in there and did a good job of drawing the foul, absolutely.
Yes, he did. So Pendleton missing a free throw as Landon Vance stays in the ball game. And Pendleton making the free throw there is now 10-8 the score. Jefferson City, Trip Masson stays in the ball game, as does Steven Samuels. Also, as we're going to get a whistle here, and the Mules now will turn it over.
How many is that, Frankie? About 5?
Turnover-wise, we've got 4 now.
4, yeah. Too many.
And we're going to see Gage Rivers back in the ball game now for Poplar Bluff. Gavin will take out of the game. And Gavin's got 4 points here already in the first quarter of play. For some reason, a moment ago, I lost all the comments here on the feed, but we're good now. Everything is back to normal. You got to love technology at its best.
Absolutely.
Good job there by Nick Brummett, right at the right place at the right time. It's 10-8 the score. We're going to get a foul coming up here. It'll be on Jefferson City. Will pick up the foul.
55, Kevion Pendleton, his first foul, third.
Hey, Darian Webb's moms is tuning in on Facebook. Love to have her alongside. And we're going to see on the other end, Samuels will take a seat here. And back in the ball game now is Judah Harris. So Gage Rivers steps inside the paint, gets it to Darius Graham. Graham can't finish the shot, but he gets his own rebound thanks to a tip by Torrance Williams.
Good effort by Darius, absolutely.
That was great effort. I got to give props to Torrance on that little bell out there.
Yeah.
I wonder what Coach Durden's thinking about this game right now. I'm sure he'll be giving me a text later on.
He's probably thinking Gage should have shot that shot last time before he passed it.
Mules right now leading at 8 or make that 12-8, a 4-point victory. A minute and a half to play in the first quarter. Masson kicks it outside to Pendleton. They work it around the timeline to Harris. Harris now picked up by Gage Rivers. Gage now. I'll tell you a story about Gage in just a moment. What a move by Pendleton. He's got 6 of the teams at 10 points.
That kid's intriguing, man. He's a good player. He is.
So during the last game, during the Nevada game, it was like in the second quarter, the Mules, we were all standing underneath one of the goals here, just kind of talking to each other, hanging out. Darius Graham could not get that shot to fall there. Rebounded by the Jays.
A lot of contact.
Lots of contact. Masson for 3, money. Trip Masson, a big three-pointer, and now the Jays have a lead again, 13-12. And Gage Rivers, he splits the defense. It could have been an and one. He's got 4 points now. It's now 14-13. We're going to go back and forth, it looks like, for a little while.
Yeah, we should, I think, speed up the tempo a little bit. I don't think Jeff City can run. I don't think they're as quick to get up and down the court. They're good on their half court, and they shoot the three a lot, but I don't know about getting back.
Boy, the Mules are just so deadly whenever they're in transition. It's hard for any team to really keep up with them. Not many teams can. Darian Webb staying with Pendleton as much as he can. Good job there by Webb. He got the ball. He forced the turnover there. Darian Webb. Oh, what a move. We got that on camera. I know Darian's mom is watching.
That's a highlight reel.
That's a highlight. No doubt about it. 2 points for Darian Webb. He'll get the foul as well.
Number 32, Landon Vance, his first.
I'm going to have to watch that here. We've got a replay here on our computer. I'm going to watch that here as Darian Webb takes a three-point play the old-fashioned way. It is up. It's no good. And the rebound is taken by the Jays. So at the end of one quarter, Mules have a 3-point lead. As the Mules, they lead at 16-13. We'll be back. You're listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Go Mules! The Bank of Missouri wishes the Mules a fantastic season. Live well, play well, bank well. At 130 years strong, you can count on us to support you through all the seasons of life.
The Scott Law Group, a family-owned firm providing trusted legal counsel for matters pertaining to real estate, personal injury, criminal, and family law. Call 785-4688 or online, scottlawgroupmode.com.
You know, John Scott, we're sitting here talking. We love all these faraway games. I've got an idea for you. Maybe next year for basketball, let's go to Florida.
Yeah, this would be a good time of year for that.
Well, you're not kidding.
We could probably use a district plane. I've been saying that for a while.
A district plane.
Maybe a fancy jet. We could fly around.
I like your style. It is 16-13 now as the Jays inbound. They are going from left to right here on your TV screen or radio dial, whichever one you're watching us from or listening to us on. 3-point play by Harris, no good. We're going to get a foul, though, coming up against the Mules. Landon Vance battling his way in, and I'm not sure if that ball was a little bit tipped. But that 3-point was going to be all air ball by number 25, Judah Harris. Nick Brummett picks up the foul. First free throw is up and good. We're going to see Fentress Williams back in the ball game. He will come in for Torrance. Torrance, by the way, 2 points here in the ball game, 1 rebound. Fentress has 2 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Free throw is up and no good. Good job once again by Gavin Rivers on the rebound. Don't be bashful, John.
Just thinking some very profound thought. Almost had it.
A profound thought. And here I did. Gone. I messed that all up.
That's gone. No, I was kind of zoned out there for a second. Sorry. I don't know how you stay focused as much as you do.
It's the detox drink. It gets me every time.
Well, I'll just stay unfocused.
Oh, Pendleton slips there. Good job by Gavin Rivers, able to get it to Gage, and you betcha.
Seeing the press now, hyping it up, turning it up just a little bit, get a little quicker.
Mules are deadly when they are at their best. They're at their best when they are running the way they are right now.
Oh, yeah, they can hang a lot of points quickly.
Yes, they can. There's going to be a tip ball by the Mules. Gage Rivers thought, I don't think so, but I think it was tipped. It looked like it was tipped from up here. We've got a very good vantage point here as Gorley is going to come in for Landon Vance.
I do like this gym, but it was hard to find. I don't know where the main entrance is. I mean, we came in by kind of a back door. There was a lady down there taking tickets, but there's got to be I don't know where the main entrance to this place is.
I thought we walked in the main entrance. Maybe we didn't.
We came in down low. I don't know. Maybe it's over there. I'm going to walk around and figure it out. It's a very nice high school, though.
It really is. Very nice high school. So Torrance Williams back in the ball game. Darius Graham going to take a seat. Fentress Williams is going to take a seat. Cannon Carr's back in for the first time here tonight. Or I should say today. We're used to playing nighttime games.
We like that 9 p.m. game in Joplin.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Or back at the Showdown, we hadn't had a luxurious 2:30 start.
That's true. We were there. We saw it happen.
Yes, we did. Darian Webb, what a move, and they're going to count the basket. What a good job by Darius Graham. Darian Webb is just having a phenomenal game.
As always, it's hard to realize every game how well he plays, Darian, that he's just so consistent, and you get used to it. Man, it's a luxury to have, and it's fun to watch.
It really is. He is just a phenomenal player. Darian Webb will go to the free throw line. It is on the way and knocks it down, presented by Christian Automotive. And now it's 21-14. The Mules lead by a touchdown. Like how I got that football analogy
in there.
in there.
Right on, yeah. That's good.
All right, so I'm going to ask you as we watch this play develop here by the Jays. Coming up on Monday night, you've got Alabama, Georgia. Who you got?
Oh,
Don't
man.
say Alabama. Don't say Alabama.
What, Frankie, I won't say Alabama, but I think I'm not going to say Georgia either. You can't ever count out Alabama, but I feel like Georgia overall was better this year. But, man, it's hard to count Saban out in a big game like that.
It really is. Torrance Williams doing a phenomenal job rebounding-wise. Cannon Carr thought that was going to go in, but Torrance Williams, another big offensive rebound. He had a bunch of those last night, 7 to be exact. And you look at his stats here right now, and it's already 2 offensive rebounds, and we haven't even played a quarter and a half yet.
But one thing, Frankie, I'm not a huge fan of the college football playoff. I like, I think some years you just can't crown a national champion for sure.
Right.
Those teams could play 10 times. It might be 5-5. Who knows? And I get the idea, but you see that when they want to expand, but really there's only about 6 or 7 teams that ever have a chance every year anyway. I don't know. It just seems like college football has gotten to the point where there's a few teams that are going to have a chance to win it and everybody else. That's probably just how it's going to be. But in the old days, there wasn't necessarily a consensus national champion every year.
Torrance Williams making both free throws, presented by Christian Automotive, and offensive rebound, then a foul by Poplar Bluff here as Landon Vance. It's going to be on Gavin Rivers, his second personal foul. Now we're going to see Nick Brummett back into the ball game, and he'll come in for Gavin Rivers. So Harris now going to inbound all the way out to Gorley at the top of the key. Nick Brummett moves over. Good job. What a move by Nick Brummett. Takes it out of midair. Harris will turn it back over. Yolanda Clark is tuning in. You know where she's watching from, John?
Let's hear it.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
There we go, yeah.
How's the weather in Salt Lake City? So Pendleton coming back into the ball game now. Taking a seat is Judah Harris. So Torrance Williams going to get the inbound here. Williams inside the paint, missing that opportunity.
He should just dunk that.
It was a good shot, though. Yes, you do.
I got dunk envy.
So now on the other end, Xavier Wilson, who has 2 fouls. He is back in the ball game. Good rebound by Nick Brummett.
He should dunk this one. Well,
Torrance Williams, he'll take the layup. He's got 6 points. Mules once again, 7 assists here in the first half.
Good transition.
And we've got an offensive foul away from the ball, the illegal screen variety that time. It's going to go against the Jays, and I believe it's going to be on Vance.
On the Jays, number 32, Landon Vance, his second foul.
It's going to be his second personal foul. They've got it listed for 1. I've got him for 2. I can hear Kent Keith down there encouraging the Mules.
Whispering to the Mules.
I don't believe he's whispering.
You know, Frankie, I must say, at the hotel this morning, I'm hanging out, doing some work, making some calls over. And a lot of these kids don't know me. They wouldn't know to see me. And they were down there eating breakfast there at the hotel breakfast. And just well-behaved, well-mannered, polite. I can't say enough. I say that every time, but I can't say enough about it because a lot of schools don't have that. A lot of kids don't do that. But it's a testament to our staff to keep the kids focused and doing what they need, and the parents to keep them doing what they're doing.
Pendleton could not get the shot to fall. Good job by Torrance Williams on the other side. Williams. Ooh. And we're going to get a foul here. Darius Graham.
That was quite a pass.
It was.
That was a long, quite a pass. Liked it.
So, what a move on the inbound. Nick Brummett found himself wide open. Gage Rivers with the assist. And now the Mules have quickly doubled up nearly. It's a 13-point lead. It is 27-14. Who saw this one coming so quick?
Very nice. You know, we run some points. We need to get a little cushion because we can also hit a little bit of a cold spell.
Yeah, we can. We know Xavier Wilson goes up. He's got his first bucket of this contest. Darius Graham. Graham back outside to Darian Webb, and now Brummett making his way in. Oh, good job by Torrance Williams. The positioning by Torrance allowed for Vance to go out and step on the out-of-bounds line.
Good hard work. Lucky to pick up a foul there. A little bit awkward. There. Almost.
Good job by the Mules. Oh, thought the Mules had the offensive rebound there. Pendleton. Oh, what a move by him.
Yeah, he can play the game, that's for sure.
He's got 8 points here in the ball game.
Good body control. He's smart on that. He's going to draw the foul and make the shot.
27-18. The Jays are shooting just 38% here, 6 out of 16. The Mules are shooting 48%, 12 out of 25. Rebound no good, and Fentress Williams, who just checked back in, a big rebound. Nick Brummett now. Brummett lays it up to Fentress Williams, who couldn't finish. And, good job by Gorley as he's able to go sliding out of bounds. You hope he's okay, slow to get back up.
We're missing too many layups down there. We've missed, I bet, 4 or 5 layups, just point blank.
So Fentress Williams is going to take a seat. Torrance is back in. There's another inbound pass. Nick Brummett again following the inbound. That's 2 just like in so many minutes.
Yes. And Jeff City's missed some free throws, so we've got a pretty good lead, but it's really not indicative of how they're playing. It's just they missed some free throws.
Yes. You know, you said you stayed with the team, I guess, in their hotel. Three-point basket by Samuels is no good. Big rebound by Torrance Williams. I would have thought you would have stayed at a 5-star hotel.
Well, it was a 3. I think it was the only 3-star, but it was where the kids were staying. And
okay.
We didn't see them. I think they may have been out on the town. The buses weren't there when I got there and went.
Coach Durden, that's a lie. They were in bed by 8:30 last night.
I think they were across at the other ones at the casino across the way.
Well, we hope not.
Probably come back with a fancier bus.
I was going to say if they're out there winning, I got to have some pointers because I'm not doing so well. Darius Graham, big free throw presented by Christian Automotive.
But we drove around a bit. I like Joplin. You know, we checked it out. Went up and down the strip a little bit, and it's looked like a nice place, good area.
Nick Brummett takes a seat. Cannon Carr's back in the ball game. Darius Graham knocking both free throws down, presented by Christian Automotive. He's got 4 points here in the ball game. Trip Masson, who just checked back in for the Jays, and also on the other end, number 23, Jordan Martin also. Samuels steps inside the paint. Shot is no good, but he does get an offensive rebound, but then is taken away. Darius Graham could not get the finish, but he does get his own missed shot. Ball's in the air, taken by Trip Masson.
You can see that, Darius's advantage being left-handed, that his defender thought he was going to go right, and of course he didn't go right, but he did miss the shot, but it was interesting.
Yes.
You can see that left hand really comes in handy, especially against a team that probably hasn't had a chance to scout us very much.
31-18 is the score. Mules now with 16 fouls, or make that 17 fouls now as Darian Webb picks up a foul. We've got just dozens of folks tuning in right now on YouTube, and man, we're so appreciative of everybody tuning in on YouTube and Facebook here this afternoon. Let us know where you're watching from and share that feed, whether you're on YouTube or on Facebook. John told me he's going to give me $5 for every share we get. Is that what you said?
I think it was pesos.
Did I miss that?
It's going to be crypto. I'm starting my new crypto.
Gotcha. Steven Samuels picks up a foul, and now it's going to put Darian Webb, an 85% free throw shooter for the Mules. Nothing but net there on the first one, presented by Christian Automotive. Let us know where you're tuning in from, whether you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. Love to have you along and talk to us here as we are calling a really good Mules game, up by 14, make it 15 points, and Darian Webb now with 7 big points here in this contest.
He missed one free throw earlier, so he should be good for a couple games.
I think so. 2:20 to go here in the first half of play. Pendleton thought about taking a three-pointer, gets it back to Stevens. Now Masson picked up by Darius Graham. I've been very impressed with Graham on his defending skills all season long. He just gets better and gets stronger as the season goes forward.
Yes, he really does. And we're starting to see, I think, our team has really benefited from playing a different schedule, playing in the showdown against some good teams, playing up in Waynesville against some good teams. And so now we're starting to see the benefits of that.
I told Ken Keith maybe next year we want to go to the tournament there in Cape Girardeau, and we want to take on Bell City as a 16 seed.
That's what I'm thinking. There's some of those schools, no offense to them, but I've never heard of half of them.
Yeah, Stevens with a big steal, and good job by Darius Graham on the way back, and we're going to get a foul by Cannon Carr, and that's going to stick the Jays on the free throw line. You know, our next game doesn't come up all the way until January 18th, and we'll be in Poplar Bluff for that game. Mules are going to take on the Jackson Indians, your old alma mater.
Oh, the Hot Dog City.
Hot Dog City, you said. So Nick Brummett back in the ballgame as Torrance Williams will take a seat. Free throw is no good. And the rebound's going to be taken by Graham and taken in midair by Pendleton. Out in front, and Samuels rather, with a big bucket. 7 assists now by the Jays, 9 by Bluff in the first half. Coming up on 1:15 to go. It is 33-22 the score. Darius Graham made a big three-pointer yesterday, his first three-pointer of the season. He knocked it down.
I'd let him shoot some more. He's hot.
Fifth place game, Cannon Carr. What a pass to Nick Brummett, who reverse layup finishes strong. 35-22 score. Cannon Carr, look at that one. Another forced turnover by the Mules, and we're going to get a whistle. No whistle here as Darius Graham cleans it up. Boy, the Mules here have out-rebounded 19-15. The Mules have 13 defensive rebounds. They've got 6 offensive rebounds. 37-22, under 30 seconds left. Darius Graham again with a big steal.
Really, coach's keys to the game are coming true.
They are.
You know.
See, I figured I might as well just text him because he can tell me as Darius Webb picks up a foul, it'll be his second personal. Kevion Pendleton has a chance for a three-point play. He's got 10 points here in the first half.
You know, he's a player, this kid. I'm impressed with the, I say, softness of his hands, the ability to catch the ball, his ball handling skills, and he's a light of foot. You know, for a bigger kid, he can really move. He's quick.
Yes.
And has a nice touch when he shoots it.
So Pendleton has a chance for a three-point play. And it is up, and it's good. He's got 11. 13 seconds now, 37-25 the score. 12-point game for Poplar Bluff. Mules may hold for just one shot here. Brummett backs it out, gets it to Darius Graham. Graham shot a little bit short, and that's how this half will come to an end. The Mules lead here at the half. It is 37-25. We'll be back. You're listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Some things have changed since 1952. We changed our name, expanded our territory, and added branches in the communities we serve. But the most important thing remains the same. We treat our members like family. Experience the credit union difference. Ozark Federal Credit Union. Membership eligibility required. Insured by NCUA.
Christian Automotive and Tire. Quality name brand tires that you know and trust. They also have ASE certified mechanics that have the training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Business 67 South in Poplar Bluff.
Kevin's Auto and Tire is a family-owned one-stop shop for fast, friendly, and affordable automotive services with the latest tools and technology as well as their time-tested automotive knowledge. They're guaranteed to get your vehicle fixed without breaking the bank.
Eye Care Specialists is committed to the protection and the preservation of the precious gift of sight. Nothing is more important than your eyesight. That's the way the doctors of Eye Care Specialists see it.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And we are back here live in Joplin, Missouri, and the Mules right now lead this game at 37-25. We took a little bit of an extended halftime there. Had a few things we had to get done here before we get back to live action. And what are you impressed with so far, John, here as we welcome folks back in from to the half? Mules up by 12 points. I think Coach Durden hit the nail on the head, stopped the penetration inside the paint, and the rebounding has been a big deal all year long. And here in this ball game, Poplar Bluff, I think, has done a great job of getting offensive rebounds, second chance points, and really eliminating extra possessions here for the Jays of Jeff City.
Yes, absolutely, Frankie. And I saw some stats there, and I think our balance is really nice. We've had 8 guys play. We got 7 guys scoring 6 or more points. I think maybe 6 guys with 6 or more points. So there's a good balance with our team. Everybody steps up. Everybody does what they need to do. So there's not a good way to stop us. You know, you can't just focus on one guy. We're making our free throws. I think we're playing pretty smart ball. We're running when we can run. We're not running when we shouldn't. And, a 12-point lead's good. It's not enough. We should be up more on this team. But so far, so good. You know, I like our kids who've come. They stayed focused.
Mules outscored the Jays 16-13 there in the first quarter, but then 21-12 in that second quarter, leading by 12 overall. But you look at the amount of points we've scored, and I like this. You've got Darian Webb leading the way right now with 7, but check this out. You've got 6 points by 4 players. Gage Rivers, Nick Brummett, Darius Graham, Torrance Williams, and then 4 by Gavin Rivers and 2 by Fentress Williams. The scoring has been well balanced all the way around.
It has been, and our defense has been good. You know, aside from Mr. Pendleton, is that right? Pendleton. We've been able to shut Jeff City down pretty good. They play a little bit one-dimensional ball. They're shooting a lot of threes, which is dangerous because if they get hot, it just takes a few possessions to get right back in it. So it's going to be a good second half. We got to stay focused and keep the intensity up on defense, and we should be good to go.
All right, so we're going to get back to live action here as the Mules will get the ball to begin the second half. It'll be the same starting 5 that we normally have on the floor. Nick Brummett is going to automatically right off the bat pick up a foul. Coach Durden, I asked him what he thought about the first half, and here's what he says. Not a bad half. Was too loose with the ball down late in the half. That led to 3 and 8 points, and liked the kids' effort on defense, though, so that's always a good sign when your head coach tells you he loves the effort by the kids. Gavin Rivers, a big three-pointer presented by Poplar Bluff Realty Legacy Farm and Land Specialist. Nick Brummett with a big assist, and Coach will love that.
Oh, yeah, Gavin. He makes it look effortless when he shoots that three. He just kind of throws it up, and he just keeps going. It just goes in so soft.
He really does. Kevion Pendleton working his way in the middle, and he will draw the foul. I think Nick Brummett may have got him, and he's going to go right back to the free throw line to shoot 2. And Nick Brummett now has his second personal foul here in the ball game. So now at the free throw line is Pendleton, and first one is up and good. He's got 12 points here in the ball game. He is 3 out of 6 this game on the free throw line. He'll get one more. Boy, it got real quiet here in the gym, did it not?
Funny how that is sometimes. Just silence.
I tell you, Gavin Rivers, a big rebound. I tell you, this Mules team, rebounding-wise, they've out-rebounded 20-15 right now. Webb tried to lob it inside. And here comes the Jays, and another foul. I believe it's on Brummett. If it's on him, it's number 3. Both teams, by the way, with 4 timeouts. No, Darian Webb got a foul.
I sure thought that was
I thought that
Brummett.
was on Brummett. Yeah. I have to go back and look at the replay on that one. But it may have been.
We don't need Darren in foul trouble. You know, he hardly ever gets in foul trouble.
He really does. He's going to have to come out now for a moment. 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists. Darius Graham back in the ball game. Samuels, he's got 5 points in the ball game. He'll get one more free throw, and he knocks him down. 40-28 the score, 12-point lead The Jays are 8 of 16 on the free throw line. At 16 free throws, the Mules are 7 of 8.
Well, you don't like that if you're Jeff City's coach for sure.
Gage Rivers powers his way in, could not get the shot to fall. Samuels on the rebound, and it's going to go out of bounds on Samuels. And the Mules are going to wind up with the ball.
We really need to extend this out to about 25. You know, sometimes we do that. We'll get up 12-14, and then I think we take off the gas just a little bit.
Fentress Williams on the inbound, fadeaway jumper. Yes, sir. He's got 4 points in the ball game. 42-28, back to a 14-point lead. Pendleton now picked up by Darius Graham. Pendleton now works his way out to the middle. He'll find Samuels, now back to Wilson. Wilson gets around one defender, goes in the lane, kicks it back outside. Pendleton, he'll take a long contested three. It's no good. But look who is waiting for the rebound. That's Gorley. Another three-pointer. This one's no good by Wilson. But a third opportunity is up and good. Pendleton with another offensive rebound.
Kid's a gamer, man. He knows where to be. He gets his hands on the ball.
Boy, you're not kidding.
Some people just have that. You can't really teach it. You know, he just got a knack.
So Fentress Williams is going to pick up his third personal foul. And we're going to see Torrance Williams now coming back in the ball game for Fentress. You know, I talked to Coach Durden last night, didn't realize that really with this tournament, that's pretty much going to almost cap us at what we're going to play this year, which is good for the kids. Want to have a full schedule. I think we're maybe going to be 1 or 2 games short of that. We may pick up maybe a game. I don't know. They're working on that, 42-31.
Always good to play games.
It is. I'll tell you who I want to face. Well, first off, who would you want to see the Mules face in the next year or so?
In the next year or so?
In the next year. Somebody who's not on our schedule already.
Oh, that's a good question.
Gage Rivers missing the shot, gets an offensive rebound, blocked by Gorley, and it's rebounded by Samuels.
You're probably going to say what? Webb City? Is that what you're going to say? Who you got? Chaminade. That's who I want.
You want Chaminade?
Yeah, that's right. Bring
Actually,
them back.
what I was going to say was just depends on how good they are, and they're pretty good again this year. I want to see the Mules take on Rockbridge.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That'd be good. Yes.
Coach Durden, you may want to turn the TV off for a moment while we're talking about teams we want to see the Mules face. He may not agree with us.
Well, I remember they were at Waynesville, right? And we watched them play.
Yep.
And, boy, some tall kids, some big kids, well-coached team. Only time I'd ever seen them play. But, yeah.
I'll tell you who, I've been thinking about this, too, in the districts. I don't want to see Jackson again in the districts. We see them all the time. Well, I'll tell you who I want to see the Mules face up with in the championship game, Salu.
Yeah.
Would that not be a good matchup?
That would be a good matchup, And the thing is, we should be playing people. We do play people all over the state. We're not afraid to play anybody for sure. And we're always going to get better playing the good teams. I don't like a school that schedules a whole lot of easy games because, record's one thing, but you want to peak at the right time, just like we did last year. We played some tough opponents early and we lost some games. And when it came down to it, when we needed to have it, we were able to find that extra gear and make a run there in the postseason.
Absolutely. 5:46 to play here in the third quarter, and it is a 42-33 lead. Brummett with a no-look pass there is going to be taken away. I'm not sure if that was a shot or not. Pendleton, oh, boy, he is slow to get up. Yeah. You hate to see that.
Might have jammed his wrist.
Maybe so.
Finger.
He's a tough player. Tough individual.
Yeah, I got a feeling he'll be okay.
Yeah, I do too. Grimacing just a little bit. It looks like he's going to stay in the ball game. He may come out just for a minute.
I need to check the floor over there and make sure it's okay.
Yeah. That's what it is. He's a competitor. He's a gamer, no doubt about it. Pendleton, I like that. He's telling the coach, I'm staying in, but now the coach says, no, you're coming out.
But, Frankie, I wouldn't mind seeing if we could somehow bring back the Twin Rivers game, maybe play it on a neutral court, play it up at the Coliseum, something like that. It got a little out of hand there for a little bit, but I feel like that's good for the community when it works to have that game. And maybe there'll be an opportunity to do that in the future.
Maybe.
Bring some people out. I know there's some work and some effort to try to get the Coliseum going a little bit for some basketball opportunities, and that would be a good one, I think, to have.
You know, but with Lanny Corchemilia at the helm with the Parks and Recreation office, he does so much. We can talk. He can probably talk with the Coliseum and maybe make that happen.
Yeah, there's some things moving, and even if we played at Three Rivers, I don't want to. No offense to Twin Rivers, but I don't want to play it down there. I think the gym's just too small, and it gets crowded, and then people get out of hand. And playing up, it's not fair for them to have to play in our gym every single time.
Right.
So I feel like a neutral game.
Neutral zone, I like that.
Either the Coliseum or at Three Rivers or something like that, I think would be nice to see happen in the future.
I agree.
It just needs to, people need to understand, and it just got a little crazy there the last couple times we played it, and we had to pull back the reins on that for a little bit.
Didn't I see you, as we see Pendleton back in the ball game, knew that wasn't going to take too long. He's just a competitor. There's no doubt about that. Wilson will take a seat. Gavin Rivers on the free throw line, presented by Christian Automotive. He's got 8 points here in the ball game, missing that one, rebounded by Samuels.
There's really no reason Poplar Bluff shouldn't be the hub for all of Southeast Missouri for basketball and all athletics, really. There's no offense to Farmington. There's no reason for people from Poplar Bluff to drive to Farmington to play basketball.
Absolutely.
Or wherever. They should all be coming to Poplar Bluff. We have the facilities. We have the people. We have the infrastructure. And we have a tradition and the history and good teams. And so I would like to see our community become more of a hub for basketball. And we've seen it with some of the camps and the summer tournaments and things that are coming around more. And there's no reason, because just from a parent or a grandparent standpoint, not having to drive somewhere to watch their kid or grandkid play is really valuable for people, not counting all the people who are coming to our community.
Absolutely.
So I think we're headed in the right direction for that to become more of a destination for people.
Well, I will say that I apologize on social media. I lost all my comments a little bit ago during halftime for some reason. Now they come back. Darian Webb making both free throws, presented by Christian Automotive. Got a foul here. Is that on Darian Webb? Oh, 4. My goodness, if it's on him, or did it go out of bounds? Nope. Darian Webb, and that's number 4 on him. That's just uncharacteristic of him to get in foul trouble. Cannon Carr back in the ball game. So Lonnie and Diane Taylor is tuning in once again. Like to see them on this Saturday afternoon. Says go Mules. Ron Withrow, come on. He's a big Alabama fan. I gotta have a conversation with Mr. Withrow on Monday. Good job by Gavin Rivers on the steal. Somebody said, he did come back and say maybe Georgia, so I can forgive him on that.
I could live with either team, let's put it that way. I judge most other teams by which one I dislike the least. So
yeah,
but I got no beef with Georgia or Alabama.
Don Collins asking a good question on social media. Gage Rivers could not get the shot to fall, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touched by the Jays. So Don says, if we win, should we move into 4th place? I wish that was the case. If we win today, we're going to get 5th place, only because we didn't forfeit the last game on Thursday, but we couldn't play it because of the snow. So we'll get 5th place if the Mules hang on in this game. John Plum, class of 57. How many are watching the game? A lot are watching the game, John. Glad to have you alongside. We've got some on Facebook. We've got a ton on YouTube. Glad to have him alongside. Eric is tuning in from Kenmore, Washington. Love having him on. We met Eric during football season. There's a big shot by Jordan Martin, his first one of the ball game, and now it's a 10-point game again.
Yeah, we don't like to see that. Darian's on the bench and with foul trouble, and we're just a little bit loose, but it takes a lot to come back from 12, 15 down, and I think that as long as we can stay up 6-8 points, we'll be fine. But they're inching back into it. I don't like that. A little bit of a letdown here in the third quarter.
Mules here. Darian Webb on the bench right now with 4 fouls. Mules are shooting 40%, 17 out of 42. Meanwhile, Jeff City, as Cannon Carr could not get the shot to fall. Good job by Gage Rivers as he got the offensive board, and he'll go up and draw the foul. It's going to be on Landon Vance, and that's number 4 on him, so he's going to have to come out of the ball game for a little while. Gage Rivers now, presented by Christian Automotive, is going to be at the free throw line. First one is up, and it is good. Nick Brummett also going to check back in.
Number 33, Michael Unencore.
So Landon Vance will take a seat. Gage Rivers knocking down the first free throw. Nick Brummett also going to come back in the ball game, and he knocks down a second free throw. So Gage Rivers free throws presented by Christian Automotive. And now Pendleton. I like how on our social media pages, no matter what social media page you are, you get people to try to comment a bunch of gibberish about other live streams going on. That's all scams and stuff. Oh, my goodness. What a three-point basket by Pendleton. 20 points.
Kid's got range. I'll give him that.
My goodness. Torrance Williams now lobs it in. Nearly has it taken away. I believe he will. Gavin is slow to get up. But the Mules get it right back. Good job by the Mules. Nick Brummett was able to track it down. John Plum, like having him live on the air with us. How's the weather out in Washington, Eric? Don't leave me hanging, my friend.
Oof.
Oh. Basket was no good by the Mules.
It'd be nice to get out of this quarter without losing any ground. We're what are we? Is that 9? Is that 9, Frankie?
Oh.
Yeah,
we got
9. So,
we got 9.
I don't like to lose ground at all, but if we can get out of this quarter close to where we were at halftime, then I think that'd be a reasonable result given this quarter that we've had.
We've got a long trip back home this afternoon, that's for sure. Pendleton splits the defense. 22 points for that young man. He is the real deal.
Let's ask his mama, what is he averaging?
What Miss Pendleton, tell me what your son is averaging per ball game. There's a steal, turnover by the Mules.
This might be the game.
Pendleton misses the first opportunity, but Masson is going to go back up, and he will draw the foul, and he's going to shoot a couple of free throws. It is a 7-point lead right now for the Mules.
I would encourage, before I forget it, Frank, I would encourage anyone local listening, if they do like the idea of us becoming more of a hub, and they do like the idea of the Coliseum hosting some games and maybe having a new court and being open for the community, I would encourage everyone to reach out to their city council members, reach out to the city manager, Matt Winters, and let them know that that's something you'd like to see happen, because there are those who want that to happen, trying to get that to happen. A little bit of an expense related to it, but I think it would very much benefit the community.
Darius Graham going to have it taken away. A turnover as Harris takes it away. Back-to-back possessions where the Mules have turned it over. Trip, Masson wide open. It's no good. Rebound by Martin. Martin, he goes up and scores.
Might be a good, reasonable time for a timeout.
Mules got 4 of them.
But got a minute left in the quarter, but you let them play through it. Let them figure it out. It'll come in handy later in the season.
If the Mules
face adversity and come out.
It's a good question by David Hadley here. If the Mules were able to travel Thursday and play Thursday, I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, good move by Darius Graham. Gives the Mules a 6-point lead. What place do I think we would be playing for today? I think, honestly, we play for first place. Big three-pointer by Joda Harris.
I agree, Frankie, that with the games I've watched, the teams I've watched, I think we could easily play with any of these teams.
I would have loved to have taken on Webb City on Thursday night. No doubt about that.
It's unfortunate, but we're their guest for this tournament. We helped them. They needed somebody and wasn't on our schedule, so get a little snow. They're working with us, and in this day and age, you've got to do what you can to make it happen. So, we didn't forfeit anything, but it wasn't really fair to Webb City, I guess, for them to be penalized.
Right.
So we're getting a couple extra games, bonus games.
We really are. 9 points by Darius Graham. Had that last night as well. So I hope that answers your question, David. I do think the Mules would have played for first place today had we been able to play Thursday. And Darius Graham, both free throws presented by Christian Automotive as Cannon Carr back in the ball game. Gavin Rivers takes a seat, 8 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. 22 seconds now. Mules lead it by 5. It's 51-46. There's the handoff to Wilson. Wilson from the free throw line. It's no good. And Fentress Williams going to get the rebound. Yes, sir. Darius Graham.
That's what we like to see.
That's what you love to see right there.
Foul on the Jays. Number one, Trip Mawson is second.
So the Mules quickly now turning the tide a little bit. Darius Graham with 12 points and make it a free throw presented by Christian Automotive. 54-46 now. Mules quickly back up now. Good job there as Wilson cannot get the shot to fall. Fentress Williams with a rebound. Just like that, the Mules come back. And now we are up by 8. You're listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Sign and Graphics Mules Radio Network.
Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers is a third-generation family-owned jewelry and repair store who have served the Poplar Bluff community for over 60 years.
Our family has always worked hard to provide the finest jewelry creations and service imaginable.
Las Margaritas and Mayas, serving up the best authentic Mexican food since 1997. The Esquivel family, always proud to support our Poplar Bluff Mules.
All right, so we are back now as we get ready for the second, or I should say fourth quarter. I'm going to open it up for debate. You talked about if there's some things that we can do differently to the public, reach out to your city council, reach out to Matt Winters, the city manager. What I want to know from folks on YouTube, on Facebook, who do they want to see us play next year in basketball? What do you think?
Right on, yeah.
Let's open that up, but be serious about it. What teams do you want to see either come to Poplar Bluff, or what teams do you want to see us play next season that's not already on the schedule for the next basketball season? So let us know on our Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Love to hear from you. And we'll take that information. We'll give it to John Scott, and he'll make it happen for you.
Absolutely. Guaranteed result of some kind.
Guaranteed result or your money back.
That's right.
Fourth foul by Fentress Williams.
Yeah, too many fouls today. Definitely too many fouls.
Checking in for the Jays. First at the line, shooting for the Jays.
So at the line, shooting is Trip Masson now. It was a two-shot foul.
See David Durbin get in the game.
Yes.
See David.
It's definitely nice to see David Durbin get in the ball game as Fentress takes a seat. Torrance Williams remains in the ball game. First free throw was no good. Second one was good. It's 54-47 now is the score. So Jordan Martin now doing a great job defensively. Pendleton out there, 22 points and 4 rebounds. Good job by Durbin. Gets it inside the Torrance Williams. He's the first one over to pick up his teammate. And just like that, good job by the Mules working it inside.
Yeah, nice pass by David. Good heads-up play.
Ron Withrow says, go Mules. I got to have a conversation. Call me on Monday, Ron. We got to talk about that title game between Alabama and Georgia.
Here for the Jays, foul on the Jays, number 55, Kevion Pendleton.
Oh, Pendleton picked up the foul. He's got 3.
Torrance Williams at the line.
So Torrance Williams now. 17 fouls here for the Jays, and the free throw by Torrance Williams presented by Christian Automotive is up and good. And now the Mules, as Gorley checks back in, Torrance Williams got 7 points. It's 55-47, missing that one, rebounded at that time by the Jays, and here comes Jefferson City down by 8 points with 7.5 minutes left.
We got to get that backside rebound.
Good job there by the Mules defensively. Nothing you can do on that one as Xavier Wilson we're going to get a timeout here. It is a 30-second timeout. All of our timeouts are brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge, and Mules basketball being brought to you by the Bank of Missouri, Scott Law Group, LLC, Briggs & Stratton. Also being brought to you by Larry Hillis Eye Care Specialist, Christian Auto Tire, Las Margaritas, Mayas, and Taco Taco. Also being brought to you by First Choice Insurance, Air Solutions, the Ozark Federal Credit Union, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, Poplar Bluff Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Kevin's Auto Repair, and First Midwest Bank. I got to tell you, on a Saturday afternoon, I would not think we would have this many folks tuning in on YouTube or Facebook, but that goes to show you, John, we have a lot of folks who are loyal Mules fans.
Especially on a day where the weather's so wonderful. I'm surprised people aren't all out.
Yeah, no kidding.
Going water skiing or something.
I've been told that we're going to get some rain coming in. We get a whistle here, and we got another timeout. This one's going to be on the Mules. It is a 30-second timeout. All of our timeouts are brought to you by Larry Hillis Dodge. And, of course, the Mules here right now, they are up by 8 points, or make that up by 7 points now. It's 55-49. The Jays are 11 out of 21 on the free throw line. If that number was any better, it would be a lot closer than what it is right now. The Mules, by the way, 84% on the free throw line, 16 out of 19. You got to be impressed with that number. I know Coach Durden would be.
Absolutely. That's the difference in the game, and it's nice to see the Mules hit the free throws because we have had games where we don't. So it's nice to see that. Totally the difference in the game. We're coming down to the home stretch, and that makes all the difference.
It really does. 7:05 to play here in the ball game. Mules with a 7-point lead. Darian Webb is going to check back in for the Mules. We'll see what he can do here with 4 fouls in this ball game. Nick Brummett is also back in the ball game as well. Shot is up. It's no good. Ball is batted around. It'll be tipped and taken by Masson. I like the lineup on the floor right now. Torrance Williams had an opportunity for the rebound, could not grab it and haul it in, but Gage Rivers comes up with it. Gavin Rivers down the length of the floor, and a big block by the Jays. And Gavin Rivers, I thought that was a well-executed opportunity there by the Mules.
There was a heads-up play. They're seeing the court very well on those long passes like that.
They really are. Torrance Williams now gets the inbound. Williams looking for somebody open, gets it to Gage. Gage is back out to Darian Webb. Webb now kicks it over to Nick Brummett. He'll go baseline, puts it up with the right hand, shoots and scores. He's got 8 points.
Nice basketball move.
Mules have a 14 assist. Boy, when the Mules have this many assists, that tells you right there they are sharing the basketball very, very well.
If I'm Jeff City, I just take the ball at Darian and try to get him fouled out, which he's going to have to be very careful. I'm sure he will be, but playing with 4 fouls makes it tough defensively for him.
You know what? I completely forgot about this, too. We're going to mention this right now to our good friend Tom Cash in Kansas City. The Chiefs play later on today. They got a chance for that number 1 seed, John.
Yes, they do.
What was the laugh about? What am I missing?
I'm just happy, Frankie. What can I say?
You're not a big Chiefs fan, are you?
I like the Chiefs, but I'm not a guy who grew up liking the Chiefs, so I don't jump on the bandwagon now.
Which one did you like?
Well,
Gage Rivers going to be called for the offensive foul.
Unfortunate. I wasn't a big NFL guy growing up. But we're just on the other side of the state, so when the Rams were in St. Louis, I was a decent Rams fan. I'm not a huge NFL guy, but I love the Saints. I told you that. I like the Saints.
Well, if we're going to be honest, I got to tell you, go for Tom Cash, a loyal listener and viewer of ours. I say go Chiefs.
Yep.
But as long as the Buccaneers can make it to the Super Bowl, because I am a Tom Brady fan, always have been, always will be.
You like the Brady? You're the big Bucs
Brady
guy. Yeah, right.
Well, as long as Brady's playing, I'm a Bucs guy. Now, if he went to the Packers, I may not be a cheesehead. I don't know. Pendleton, three-point basket is no good. Another big rebound here. Look at the rebound by Wilson. He just powers his way inside the paint and draws the foul.
What about Aaron Rodgers? You like Aaron Rodgers?
I never have been an Aaron Rodgers fan. It's not because of the whole COVID situation. Yeah. It's because I was a Brett Favre guy.
I got you, yeah.
He took Brett Favre's job.
He sure did. And he's those guys are both really good, but I do like Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback. And again, I don't watch a lot of NFL. I keep up with a little bit, but
you strike me as a tennis guy.
Yeah. Yeah, when I played tennis at the old high school, now middle school, my problem, about the third time, I would just hit as hard as I could to see how far I would go. I got tired of chasing after the ball.
Both free throws, no good. It's going to go out of bounds, though. It's going to be last touch by the Mules. It is only a 6-point lead right now for the Mules.
We've been
Tom Cash didn't like the whole Tom Brady comment. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm just... last year was a great year for the Bucs. I know they took on the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, and who knows this year what's going to happen. I will say the Chiefs, though, they may not get the number 1 seed. Look at Gavin Rivers on the steal, goes up, and he'll draw the foul. What a move by Gavin Rivers.
Good work for him right there, yes.
Do me a favor on Facebook if you're tuning in, hit that share button for us. We like to see as many people view the video as possible. Pendleton, last foul, by the way, was on Samuels. That'll be his second. And now Gavin Rivers with 8 points to the free throw line, missing the first one. He will get one more. So now the Mules trying to close out this trip on back-to-back wins. We would love to see it. And second one is no good either. 2 misses, rare by Gavin Rivers. Mules have done a really good job on the free throw line. That drops them down to now 76%. No good on the shot. Gage Rivers coming up with a big rebound. Mules have got that department as well.
We need a bucket right here. We really do.
We really do. Absolutely need a bucket, because I'm afraid this score is not going to stay the same. 57-51. Darian Webb with a shot. It's no good. Good offensive rebound by Nick Brummett. And now the Mules will back it out, and they're going to run some time off the clock. Serena Jones, it's thundering and raining right now in Poplar Bluff. Well, that's not some good news I want to hear.
Nice thunderstorm in January. We like that.
We'd love to see that. We got all this camera equipment that we've got in the truck. We may have to put it in the cab with us. Tim may be riding in the back of the truck. Don't know yet. Darian Webb. Pendleton tried to go for a steal. Good job by the Mules. I like this stall tactic right now for the Mules, as long as we don't turn the ball over.
Yeah, it's working. That's something that this team does well, is they can run some clock.
They really can. Now we're going to get a whistle here and a timeout called by the Mules. So with that being said, we'll step away. 30 seconds. Mules right now lead by 6. Only 4 minutes to go in the ball game. You're listening to Mules basketball on the Southeast Side of Graphics Mules Radio Network.
This is where it's done. The training, the work, the commitment, the sacrifice. So when these athletes hit the court, they're ready. Mules get it done.
.406 left to play in the ball game, and the Mules right now up by 6 points. John Scott, I'm Frankie Castile. It is 2:03, and you're listening live to Mules basketball exclusively on Today's Talk, 93.3 FM, 930 AM, KWOC, and we are streaming online, KWOC.com. And, of course, you can watch us on Facebook or on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is youtube.com/River Radio PB. And now we are back to live action here as the Mules. Mules going to have it taken away. Mules get it right back. Boy, the Mules, and we've got a player down. We've got Gavin Rivers down, and that did not look good.
Now he came down very awkward.
He absolutely did. I can't see. I'm thinking that. I'm hoping it's what I think it is.
Yeah, I think he just took a shot in a sensitive region.
I think he did.
Which I hate to laugh.
But
that's much better than
what it could have been.
A knee or something. I think he just.
Darius Graham, I think he did. He had a knee that was dropped, I think. It was completely it was inactive. I mean, obviously, it was not intentional whatsoever, so that's the good news. Mules are going to retain possession. He'll go to the bench. He's grimacing, but hopefully.
But he's walking.
But he'll be okay. Yeah. That was kind of scary there for about 4 seconds.
But I don't think 57's going to win it, so I feel like we need at least at least one, probably 2 scores here. I think
I would agree.
Guaranteed. 3:38 seemed like it's a lot of time in the fourth quarter.
It does.
When you're up by 6, it takes forever.
Are you in favor of a shot clock, by the way?
I am not, Frank. I disagree with you on that.
No, I just asked you if you were in favor of it. I didn't say I was in favor of it.
You asked me once before.
I am in favor of it.
We had a discussion. I feel like at this level, if a team like New Madrid or whoever is just going to hold the ball, you got to figure out you got to defend them, or you got to ride it out. And if the game's 6-4 at the end, that's just the way it is.
Darius Graham missing the shot there. Torrance Williams had an opportunity for the rebound. Pendleton, a long 3. This one off the mark. Darian Webb with a big rebound. Yes, it did.
You wouldn't have to worry about the Mules having a shot clock violation most of the time, so it's wouldn't affect us really.
No, usually the Mules get a shot off in about 10 seconds anyway. Normally,
yeah. But I feel like it's one aspect of the game that people need to figure out.
Oh, good block once again by the Jays as Brummett could not get the shot to go down. Wide open. Oh, what a block! Yeah. Darius Graham.
He does that once in a while. He's got another
he does. There's a steal by Samuels. Pendleton comes up with it. He misses the shot, and Webb comes away with it.
That was weird. That whole thing was weird.
Yes, it was. What a block by Darius Graham. Here's the replay on our end. Graham just goes up and just swats it away for crying out loud.
LeBron James kind of deal there.
Who?
Kind of a LeBron James deal.
We're not a LeBron James station around here.
Well, I'm not either. But I will acknowledge the man can block a shot.
Gotcha. Darian Webb at the free throw line, presented by Christian Auto and Tire, going up, one of our best free throw shooters on the team. It is up, and it rattles out. 57-51 the score. The next foul will put him on the line for 2. And Samuels, he goes coast to coast. 2:37. I'm going to keep it right here as we get a timeout. I just sent Coach Durden a text. I know he's watching right now. He's one of the many, many, many viewers watching. I wanted to get his thoughts here as the Mules are up by 4 points with only 2:35 or 2:37 left. What do you think Coach Durden's thinking right now?
Well, I'm sure his blood pressure is probably a little bit high watching this. I think, it goes back to the same fundamentals again. Get the rebound. Don't turn the ball over. Protect the ball at the end. We don't need any unforced turnovers or even forced turnovers. And play our game. Get a couple of buckets and we're fine.
So Mules right now leading at 57-53. Mules are shooting 38% right now. You look at what we have done so far this quarter. Mules have been outscored at 7-3 in the quarter. Mules have only scored 3 points in this entire quarter. If you combine the two teams together, only 10 points altogether in this quarter.
It's an ugly quarter, and sometimes I think we've been kind of playing not to lose, and rather than playing to win.
I would agree.
I think we got to cut loose here the last 2.5 minutes and get a few buckets.
Good to see Gavin Rivers back on the floor right now, so that is always good news to see him out there. He took a shot a little bit ago, but thankfully he is back out there with his team. Now the Mules have it under 2 or about 2.5 to play in the ball game. Mules right now, Tom Cash says, tighten up the defense right now. He is correct. Mules need to tighten up this defense. Mules, Darian Webb. There's a steal. A steal by Pendleton. Oh, what a move. And am I allowed to say this on what Coach Durden just told me? I don't know.
You know the rules better than I do.
I'm going to go on. I'm just going to say this is what he says. I asked him his thoughts right now with the game. It's super sloppy and turning the ball over way too much. And I think he's right.
Yep.
It's I can say that because he said it.
Yes, absolutely.
Foul on Gage Rivers, and that's his third. At the free throw line for the Jays, knocking down the free throw is Michael Onkawar. Sorry about that. I'll get it right. And second one, no good. Torrance Williams. Mules are playing not to lose and not to win. There's a move by Gavin Rivers.
There we go.
Coach Durden says we're playing not to lose instead of not to win. On the other end, Gorley goes up top, and he will shoot and score. It's only a 3-point game, folks. 59-56 is the score. Jefferson City, we knew they were going to be a better team than what we saw yesterday on the catwalk up here. That looked like Roger Hanna for a second. Did it not?
He's got that beard.
Did it not?
Yeah, a scary beard.
I thought
that guy.
I thought I wanted to say, why is a board member showing up with the last 2 minutes of the ball game?
Creeping over here.
Gage Rivers going to go up. Shot is too strong. It's no good. And here come the Jays. It's only a 3-point game. Masson for 3. It's off the mark. Webb goes up for the rebound. Smallest guy on the court comes away with the rebound. That was huge. Look at the move by Gavin Rivers to Gage Rivers. It's no good. He does get his own missed shot, but he's going to be fouled in the process.
You know, since Darian got in foul trouble and had to sit a little bit that third quarter, we've sort of played Jeff City's game, that half court, kind of slow, methodical. It's really been ugly. We got a 5-point fourth quarter for us right now?
So far, the Mules have been outscored in this quarter 10-5.
That's remarkable. We're still up 3.
Yeah, we're still up by 3. Gage Rivers, first free throw presented by Christian Automotive is up, and it's good. Gage Rivers is 3 of 3 on the night on the free throw line, 79% on the year. Gage Rivers, here's a fun fact for you. For the first time this season, as we're going to get a Darius Graham to come in for Gage Rivers, he's kind of hobbling a little bit there as he goes to the bench. Gage Rivers and Gavin Rivers, for the first time this season, are in double figures at the same time. Both have 10 points.
Nice.
Gavin Rivers reaches in nearly. He does have a steal, and we're going to get a whistle. A travel called. You got to establish position first, but nevertheless.
Kenny Hostler would never have called that because he's the best referee I know.
I'm sure he's listening right now to the broadcast. Masson on the inbound, a little bit short, and Nick Brummett, good job by him, comes away with a massive rebound, maybe the biggest rebound here in the ballgame so far. So now the Mules quickly going to be fouled. I believe by Tripp Masson is going to be the guilty party. 35.9 seconds left.
Nick Brummett is at the line.
So Brummett, for us to be in the fourth quarter at 2:15, we got started late here this afternoon. Brummett free throw is up and good for the Mules, presented by Christian Automotive. Gavin Rivers, or make that Darius Graham, will take a seat. Gavin Rivers, 10 points, 3 rebounds. Gage Rivers, 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Both have had a really good ball game. Second free throw is no good. I told Tim, you got 5 minutes to pack up your stuff after this ball game. And we get a timeout called here by the Jays of Jeff City. Man, we have had a blast being over here in Joplin the last couple of days calling these games. A lot of folks on a Friday night, Saturday afternoon, not much going on. I was going to say, I was reading some comments coming in on our YouTube channel and Facebook. What I like about this is so many folks tuning in on a Saturday afternoon, so much going on. I mean, if I was at home right now in Bluff, I'd be rain watching right now. I'd be on the deck
right.
Watching the rain fall in this cold weather.
No, it's nice, and I would encourage anybody listening or watching today, when we have our home game
come
on
out.
The 18th, come on out and see the team live. Show some support. It makes a difference. This team has battled all over the state against all kinds of teams. And we've had just a couple of home games there with the showdown. But when we get into the heart of the season against our teams like, I won't say, coming into Poplar Bluff, it's important to get people out to the gym and see these kids live and see the amount of effort that they put in, because you can watch it. It's nice on TV, on social media, but to see it live is really something to see, and the kids love it.
I was going to say the kids, I think our team, probably more this year than in many years combined, they feed off of the crowd's energy for sure. We have some of the best facilities. There's a foul by Poplar Bluff. We've got some of the best facilities around, and it's just amazing to see when the teams come in. They love coming to our facility. It's state-of-the-art. And that's always good news.
We never get a bad report about anything like that, about our facilities, about hospitality, that sort of thing. We always do a good job with that. So,
really
everybody
do.
should come out and try a hot dog. And my daughter actually yesterday reported back that the popcorn here in Joplin was not nearly as good as the popcorn that we have in Poplar Bluff. A little too salty.
Well, what do you think about the popcorn? I saw you have like 4 bags.
Well, I ate it anyway, but it was a little bit salty. It was. I'm going to have to go run or walk or.
Gotcha. Gorley making something. 1 out of 2. It's back to a 5-point game again. 23 seconds, and they're going to have to foul. Masson is finally going to be called for the foul, and he was throwing his hands up, I found 5 seconds ago. 19 seconds is all that remains in this ball game. And the Mules are going to wind up and get their 10th win of this season.
What did our man Pennington end up with?
Pennington, 22 points.
Yeah, he had a good game.
He had a great ball game. Darian Webb is going to be the 3rd Mules player in double figures. You know, Nick Brummett is on the cusp. He's got 9 points. You know what? I stand corrected. I think Darius Graham, we've got 4 Mules players right now in double figures, all led by Darius Graham, 13 points.
Well, it's hard to beat a team that scores like that, balanced team.
And we are. This is a very balanced team, in my opinion. Make sure and share this video on Facebook and YouTube. Oh, we're going to get a foul by Gavin Rivers, and with only 12 seconds.
Up 7, I don't know.
So Gavin Rivers is going to be. So Coach Durden, we're going to go 2-0 here in this tournament. Give me your thoughts here. What do you think about the Mules going to pull this one out, get their 10th win of the year, as we see Samuels knocking down their first free throw? Our next contest won't be until the 18th of this month. We'll take on John Scott's favorite team in the Jackson Indians.
At least they can come get a real hot dog.
They can come and get a real hot dog. 64-59 is the score. Another timeout taken here, and the possession arrow, by the way, is going to go to Poplar Bluff. Only 12 seconds left. The Mules lead by 5. So obviously, if you're Jeff City, you've got to go for a steal off the bat. That's number 1. And then you got to go for the foul. And you got to hope the Mules are going to start missing free throws, because right now, as it stands, the Mules are 21 of 28, 75% on the charity stripe. And that is really good to watch. Our Mules have just done a phenomenal job on the free throw line the last few games. I remember a few games ago where we were about 40%, 50%. Yep. Coach Durden didn't like that, and they made some changes. The kids responded, and they're doing so much better. So now on the inbound, Gage Rivers, boy, they're taking a lot of time, and now they're going to foul. No, they're not going to foul. Pendleton tries to foul.
Oh, Lord.
And now they're going to foul with only 2 seconds. So Gorley is going to pick up a foul. We're going to remember
the Jeff City coach just threw down his clipboard.
Yeah,
that's got to be frustrating for a coach.
It absolutely is.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't do it, but for him to have obviously told him to foul, so they couldn't get a foul for 10 seconds.
Yolanda says she's a proud aunt. Good game. Gage and Gavin. Nelda says she's proud of her great-grandson. Who is that great-grandson? That's what I want to know. We'll give him a shout-out. David, you're right. The wrestling team this year, or wrestling, is going to be hosting the conference tournament this year. Nice. That's coming up later on this month. As Gavin Rivers makes both free throws, and that's going to be the ball game. The Mules go on to win at 66-59. Coach Durden says a win is a win. He's a man of few words. I'm glad that we're able to get this win. John Scott, safe travels back to Poplar Bluff, and we'll see you when the Mules take on Jackson on the 18th.
Yes, sir. You too, Frankie. Thanks.
You betcha. John Scott joining us live as the Mules get the win here tonight, or this afternoon rather, by a score of 66-59. There are other games going on behind ours, so real quick, the Mules shot 38% overall, 23 out of 30 on the free throw line. Mules again at 37-30 in the rebound category. The Mules and the Jays each with 15 turnovers. And looking at our current stats here, looking at the Mules, we'll let you know what they did here. Darius Graham led the way with 13 points, and then Gavin Rivers, he had 12, 11 by Darian Webb. And then you've got 10 by Gage Rivers, 9 by Nick Brummett, 7 by Torrance Williams, and then from there it is 4 points by Fentress Williams. An all-around balanced effort here today as the Mules get the job done, and now they pick up their 10th win of this season, which means for the Mules, our next ball game is going to come up on the 18th of January. Going to be a lot of fun. Thank you so much for tuning in as the Mules get it done. Brummett, that is the great-grandson of Miss Nelda. He had a phenomenal game. Adrian Webb, Darian's mom was tuning in. We appreciate you as well. Tom Cash loves the Mules. And David Hadley, thank you so much, sir. We'll see you very soon when the Mules again go live against the Jackson Indians coming up on the 18th of January. Once again, the Mules pick up their 10th win of the season. We are saying so long real quickly. Our sponsors again, and by the way, make sure and share this Facebook feed and our YouTube feed. And we've enjoyed bringing it to you all the last couple of days. It's so much fun right here in Joplin. Our broadcast has been brought to you by First Midwest Bank, Kevin's Auto Repair, Poplar Bluff Realty, Legacy Farm and Land Specialist, Whitworth Gift Jess Jewelers, the Ozark Federal Credit Union. Also being brought to you by our good friends at Air Solutions, First Choice Insurance, Los Margaritas, Mayas, and Taco Taco, Christian Auto and Tire, Eye Care Specialist, Larry Hillis Dodge, and being brought to you by Briggs & Stratton, the Scott Law Group LLC, and the Bank of Missouri. For Tim Hicks, I'm Frankie Castile. We're saying so long as the Mules get the win. You've been